So, was that your audition process too? You kind of went in there and you showed your shoes?
If you can show a good thigh stretch in any audition,
Any footwork.
or any footwork, you're bound to get a part at some
Stephen
point.
loves footwork.
He's always been keen on footwork.
I just talked to him. He's not a man of many words, and I'm just wondering.
No, I can imagine what these interviews.
Brilliant.
Everyone comes in and says
Everybody
that.
say the same
Yeah,
thing.
it's kind of intimidating at first, but he seems like, I mean, obviously he's a genius. So I'm just wondering how, as an actor, like I'm assuming that you need
Some words. You need someone to say something to you.
So
I
what
think
happens?
we both at the moment, I think when we first started working, because we had a conversation, didn't we? We were like, because he is a man of few words, and it can put you at ease sometimes because you think, oh God, am I doing it right? Is he be quiet because he doesn't like it? But actually, it's quite simple. If he needs to say something, if there's something that needs to be said, or if he needs to say something about the scene or what you're doing, then he will. But if he doesn't, it's just, that's fine. And seeing the film now finished, I understand, that's how he works, and it's actually great when you get onto that level. But it is interesting because he is a man of few words, and sometimes it is a bit like, oh my God.
Yeah, you worry. You go into moments of panic as an
Yeah.
actor. You often need reassurance as to what you're doing, whether it's right, and whether you're on the right path. Certainly at the beginning of a film.
Actors are very insecure, aren't they? So,
Is that phone going to carry on ringing throughout the
oh
day?
my God, is that still
and
ringing?
I suppose so you do need someone to say something, but you as Luke said, you realise that if it was going wrong or it wasn't quite right, he'd absolutely say something because he's so experienced.
Then do you resort to each other to be like, was I good? I mean,
You do. You have to.
Yeah,
It's
you do.
nice to be supportive like that. With
But
one
also
another,
to trust each other, and respect each other's opinion, and yeah, there was a really good vibe between the actors with that. Yeah.
It's also, if you're working on a comedy as well, you're having to be quite. It's risk. It's very exposing, and you're at risk of not being funny, which is comedy's very tough, like for that reason. So you have to feel very comfortable in your environment, and you're in safe hands with him as a filmmaker. So, but it's very important that we all feel very good amongst each other.
And what was the shooting process like? Was it like, did you get to go out to the countryside together as a group, and was it like a troupe of
Oh, we
sorts,
lived
or?
in the countryside.
Really?
I lived there for nearly 2.5 months. Yeah, in Dorset. It was beautiful. I went down 2 weeks before anybody else and helped make the fence I ended up building in the beginning of the film because I thought I'd better learn how to do it properly. Otherwise,
Did you? You went to learn how to make fences.
I went and learned how to make an old-fashioned hazel fence. Yeah, yeah, and it took forever, and it's really difficult because it's wood. There's no give in any of it. But I just thought if he's going to do it in the film,
Actually went down and studied how to make fences.
I didn't study. I just went down with the art department, who didn't realise that I was actually one of the actors in the film. And one day,
Who did they think you
one
were?
of the guys, they just thought I was one of the crew. And one of the days, one of the guys met me and said, "So what? You new to this, then, mate? You done sets before?" And I said, "Well, no, actually, I'm an actor." And he was like, "You ain't doing very well at that, then, are ya?"
That's
He
awesome.
was like, "John, he's in the film, John. He's one of the actors."
Dominic, like, how much preparation did you have as a drummer, or do you have a background in drumming and
No, but I took to them quite quickly. I really enjoyed them, and so I had I got a drum kit about a month or so before filming. Did a few lessons, and
but your neighbours enjoyed that?
just can't tell you what chaos it caused with my neighbours. I got asked to leave by the London Council on several occasions, the house. I was playing them at 4 in the morning, but even so, yeah. So I've had to give up the drum exactly for that reason. You can't play drums in London. It is unfair.
That's why you need
Life
the house
is
in the country.
unfair.
Yes, life is unfair. To be able to perform in front of an audience of fake fans,
So good.
isn't it awesome?
They were so good, though, weren't they? That crowd, they were going with it. They were all shouting.
Yeah, they were
swipe, weren't they?
obligated to. That was the thing. That was the beauty of it. Playing in front of an audience that can't complain.
Yeah. Mind, somebody did shout "R-swipe," didn't they? At one point, somebody shouted
Yeah.
"R-swipe."
They did. Thanks for reminding us of that.
I like that. That was funny.
Then also you guys both worked with Gemma, and so what is it about her these days? It seems like she's in every single movie at the moment. Like what is it about her that kind of is makes her completely castable as like the every girl at the
I think she's unique. I think she has a look and a way and a manner about her that separates her from other actresses of her generation. I think she's young. She's got a great body of work so far, and she's brave in her choices of what she wants to do. And she's she's a great girl as well.
I actually just talked to her at Prince of Persia. She seems really down to earth. So
She is.
Lovely girl.
but yet
yeah.
there's this humor that obviously comes out in her performance and stuff. So kind of bouncing off that as actors, was that fun for you guys to do, or?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's just so natural. It was so kind of, you just felt like you were in the moment whenever you were working. And again, back to that thing of feeling comfortable with one another. She's kind of...
I'm very easy to fall in love with. I mean, she's beautiful. She's absolutely beautiful. She's magnetic to look at, and yeah.
So now that you've been in the Stephen Frears fold, would you go back and work with him at a drop of a heartbeat, or
Never work with him again.
done? Right? Are you just?
Yeah, I'd absolutely work with him whenever.
In a heartbeat. In a heartbeat.
He's a total like British institution in the sense that he makes films all the time, and so what is it about his kind of work ethic and also the way he approaches films that maybe you can
Well,
kind
I think he chooses to do things that he just ultimately absolutely has a passion for and that he loves and that he finds a joy in, and it's always those times, I think, when the most creative and exciting work happens. It's when you do things for the wrong reasons and when directors are pushed into doing things that they don't necessarily want to do, studio projects or things that don't feel close to their heart. They're never going to be as interesting, and Stephen seems to have always done what makes him feel passionate.
Last question. This film is a total, like, it's a joy to watch. So what was it about this film in particular that you're very proud of now that you've seen it? And you know, can you be a fanboy about this project? And
What I love about it is that it crosses so many ages, so many different stories interwoven through the film, and I don't know. I just had such a great time on it, and everybody was so great. And it's nice to see the finished article and hear the response, and to see that it actually all worked. You know.